Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing a story time get ready with me. Oop. Where'd they go? Okay, whatever, I'll find them later. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a story time get ready with me. And our story today is going to be about my surgery. So basically, last summer break, I was just at a normal pediatric appointment, I think. It started with a P. I can't remember exactly what it was called. And they were taking my blood pressure, and it was like really high. And so they told me just sit in like a room, like sit for like 15 minutes, and they would check my blood pressure again once that time was up. So once the time was up, they checked my blood pressure, and it was still really high. So they sent me to the children's ER because for a high blood pressure. And that day, so I left the house for my appointment at 10 a.m. and I didn't get home until about like 9 p.m. that night. So I spent like an hour at the pediatric office before they sent me to the ER, like the children's ER. And so I was in the ER for, like 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. And so that same day, I found out I had at least 2 tumors. So once they were going to keep me overnight, but then they decided not to. And so since then, I had a whole bunch of like blood work and a whole bunch of appointments. And so I had a PET scan as well, and they found out that I had 4 tumors. And then they reviewed the PET scan again, and I only had 3. 1 in my neck and 2 in my abdomen. And so again, from there, a whole bunch of appointments. And then we scheduled a surgery for September 16th. And so, yeah, I missed about 2 weeks of school because I had to stay in the hospital for 2 weeks because I had to have a breathing tube for like 2 days, like through my nose, so I could like breathe. And then I also couldn't eat or drink because they pulled a whole bunch of things in my neck to get the tumor out. And so they messed with my vocal cords so that they could get the tumor out. And so, yeah, my voice is still getting better, but yeah, it's almost healed, thankfully. And yeah, this was actually a really quick story. So yeah, I still had to have a lot more appointments for like a follow-up from my surgery. And I now have to have a MR, like they couldn't get one of them out from my abdomen because it was too close to my spine. And so they have to monitor it. So every 6 to 12 months, I have to get an MRI so that they can just monitor the tumor that they couldn't get out. So yeah, I have to have an MRI soon, like every 6 to 12 months. I have an MRI coming up either tomorrow night or the day before, the morning before. I think tomorrow night. So yeah, it'll be like a series of appointments basically until either I die or they remove the third tumor that they couldn't get out. In the future, I'm assuming they'll probably have to take it out. And right now, they're not cancerous, so it's not gonna harm me, but I am on medication right now to like lower my blood pressure. Oh. So yeah. Before all this happened, I would like always just like sweat a lot, and that was because of my high blood pressure. Our like family doctor told us to do like an entire week of tracking my blood pressure, and she said that the high blood pressure was fine. But then we went to the pediatric and they were like, that's way too high. And so they sent us to the children's ER, and then yeah, a whole bunch of appointments from there, and yeah. And now I get MRI scans every 6 to 12 months. So that's basically the entire story. Yeah, and the surgery was like 12 hours long. They said it was about like gonna be like 9 hours, but it ended up being like 12 hours. And yeah, they also said that I only had to be in the hospital for like 3 days afterwards, but I ended up being in the hospital for like almost 2 weeks. So yeah. Sorry, that was actually a really quick story. I didn't expect it to be that quick. So yeah, that's the entire story. Yeah. I don't know what else to tell you guys. So, just gonna finish my makeup. Okay. Yeah, so for my MRI scan, like I have another follow-up appointment the morning after my MRI, and they're both in Vancouver, so instead of taking the ferry 4 times, we're just gonna take it twice, and we're just gonna get an Airbnb or like a hotel. I hope we get a hotel. So yeah, we're just gonna do that, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, so if you guys have any comments, like any questions about my surgery, or honestly about anything, just drop them in the comments below, and I'll make a video answering the most asked questions, or like just regular questions. Yeah, because I want to do a Q&A video, like a get ready with me Q&A video, so I'm gonna do that in the future. So yeah, if you have any questions, just drop in the comments below. It doesn't have to be about like my surgery in particular. In like a week or two, I will come back to these videos and I will grab the questions, and then I will do a Q&A video with them. So yeah, my makeup is almost done. Sorry I'm so quiet, guys. I usually have a lot more to say. Yeah, also, in Manitoba, YouTube has been banned for kids, and so I'm scared that if it gets banned here as well, then I'm not going to be able to add to my channel. But YouTube does think I am 20, or YouTube does think I'm 25. So yeah, YouTube, if you see this, please do not like ruin my channel. There are so many like content creators out there that are my age, so I tried making it with like my actual age, but instead I was like, it wouldn't let me make an account. So yeah, shh. So my makeup is, I think, all done. So yeah, I want to try eyeliner. My eyeliner is always so horrible though. So wish me luck. Okay. It's not working. Okay guys, so it's not working. I hate eyeliner and it hates me. So thank you guys for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!